Hey guys, welcome back. It is Jeff Master Flash. How are you all doing? So this is the second night race of the season. We are in Singapore. We are with my team, and unfortunately, whatever happens in qualifying, I'm starting at the back of the grid. I took that many penalties. I'm hoping though I've got enough engine components to last me until the end of the season, and we'll reevaluate from there. But how are you guys all doing? Hope you're all well. I really do. Really hope this week has started off okay for you guys. I really do, and we'll see how well we do at Singapore. Did some trials beforehand, and managed to do a 1:35.4. That was in my car though. Obviously my car is a lot better in time trials than it is in in my team. Hopefully we'll do alright in Singapore. It was a shame last time out in Monza. Should have had the win. But as always, I seem to overthink things and cock it all up. I'm pretty good at that. Pretty good at messing everything up. But this time out, even though we're starting from the back of the grid, hopefully with there's a few long straights, a few places where you can overtake. I've had a major upgrade as well on the engine, as well as the engine upgrades from Mercedes. So fingers crossed, we'll kind of do all right. It's going to be clear for the race anyway. Qualifying is going to be clear. If I can get P5, P6, well, it doesn't really matter. It really doesn't matter about the race. But I am running brand new everything. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. Really, really happy with it. I haven't got a rival. Yeah, so I've got a major aero part. I'm sure that just that. I thought you might have told me what. Never mind. I thought you might have told me what. Excuse me. I thought you might have told me what was the latest upgrade I had, but it's definitely engine. So, with all that being said, I'm hoping to be quite fast. But the car needs to be streamlined, and streamlined it ain't. But those days will come. Those days will come when the car is on the front of the grid and everything will be rosy, right? We shall see. We shall see. I do like Singapore.
I've had a chat with Carl about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car okay. With any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement, so give them a try.
Well, I hope so, Jeff, because, yeah. I really do hope so. My old buddy, my old pal. I call him my old buddy, my old pal. He's not. He's not very nice. Jeff, he's a bit of a nuisance, if I'm honest. It's not very nice. To me, anyway. Keeps cocking up the weather. I mean, it's one job, right? Ooh, 40 place grid penalty. Nice! Places. It's a bit harsh, isn't it? 40 places, mine, for just changing a few parts. If you want to go past me, Danny Rick, go for it. There is no dramas today, mate. Just getting everything all sorted, yeah. They said the only thing that's bad on the car is the gearbox, because this is the fourth race. Obviously, this is the practice gearbox, because you get one gearbox for practice, you get another gearbox for quali and the race. But this will be the 4th race with the practice gearbox, and then the 4th race with the quali gearbox and race gearbox. So I'm hoping come Sochi everything will be good. Sochi, Suzuka, really test out these new parts. Plus I know with that major aero upgrade, next saving my R&D for a major chassis upgrade, so I just hope that I don't get hit with any changes. I shouldn't, but you know how it goes. Track acclimatization, let's go. Kind of difficult to see with that sun, but
DRS zone is coming up. Get ready to open it. Distance is on your MFD.
Done a full Grand Prix here earlier on. It's a bit of a bit annoying that you can't use your own car. However, I went and obviously drove with Lewis Hamilton, and there is a massive glitch. If you choose 100% Hamilton or Bottas, because I double checked it, you basically start off with only enough fuel for 56 laps, even when you put 110 kilos in the car. That's the maximum you can put in a car. But even with the maximum amount of fuel, you cannot achieve enough fuel in the car for 61 laps. You can only manage 56 point something. So I spent 5.5 laps in lean mode trying to save fuel. Nice little drift there. It was alright. I mean, I did it.
You'll get a bonus for consistency if you can chain good corners together.
But you know, it's unfair because the first 7-8 laps, and yeah, you were trying to fight off everybody with fresh tyres and etc, and we were really struggling because you're in lean engine mode, and that's a bit, you know, when you're handicapped like that, it's a bit unfair, isn't it? Managed to persevere though, so, and that's what it's all about, persevering. Managed to come first in the end, but it almost cost me because I chose a 2-stop strategy. Come the end of it, Verstappen was on a 3-stop strategy, and because my tyres were so bad come the end, I think I'd had about a 40-point gap, and because he had 3 stops and I had 2, he managed to get a gap down to 25 seconds. It's crazy. I should have stopped for another set of tyres, but I chose to only stick with a 2-stop.
Final lap. This is the final lap of the program.
How you doing, Don? As soon as I get back, mate, I'll have a look at your comment, buddy. Hope you're good, mate. Hope you are good. Yeah, so this is going to be one of those races where it's either going to go tragically wrong, as in I'm going to lose my nose pretty much at the start of the Grand Prix, Oh, I'm gonna be fighting. I'm gonna try and qualify on the medium tyre. Probably not my best choice. Or what I might do is qualify on the soft tyre, and then after I've qualified on the soft tyre, come in quite early and change to the medium tyre. With only running the race at 25%, it'll be fine. Because whatever happens, even if I qualify on pole, I have a 40 grid placement penalty. So,
alright, that's the program complete. This is some decent data, although far from optimal. It could still be worth running again.
it's all good to me, Jeff. I'm really not bothered, my old buddy, my old pal. Look at Bottas dropping the old 130s. Like I said, I'm really not bothered. This is kind of a... don't get me wrong, I really enjoy racing.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
I really enjoy racing at Singapore. So please, what I'm about to say next, please pay no attention. This is kind of a throwaway race, unfortunately. But as I said, I'm hoping that with the amount of penalties that I've had to take, I'm hoping that I should have enough engine parts.
Come in this lap, please. Box this lap.
To last till the end of the season. So normally I would come in, Jeff, but I've just seen me go purple. I want to see what kind of time it is. Normally I would come in and
we're low on fuel. Box in the next 2 laps, please. The time last lap was a 1:41.5. When driving with the pit assist disabled, you'll need to be mindful of your speed when entering the pit lane. If you hit the limiter line too fast, you'll pick up a penalty. Watch
That's
the
true,
on-screen
Jeff.
prompts that show your target speed and distance to the limiter line.
if only I did this well in my race yesterday. If only. How's it going, mate? How are you doing? Please don't think I'm being ignorant, guys. As soon as I get back to the pits, I'll get your comments. It's hard work driving and trying to read. I look across now and again and see names. But yeah, it's especially Singapore. Singapore is a lot like Monaco, Baku, Hanoi, the new circuit. Very tight, very closed in, and one wrong move, and then that's the car over. The car ended, and it doesn't take a lot for me to end the cars, that's for sure. So all I seem to do is crash lately. That's all I seem to do. How are you doing though, mate? How are you doing, Don? How are you doing, Reese? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're good, mate. Hope you're good. So yeah, that's the first part of practice session done, dusted. Did okay, didn't do too bad on set of hards. Did a 141.5. Be interesting to see what I can do on the medium set of tyres, which is the yellow stripe. the hard tyres are the white stripe. I don't mind it. I don't mind a Hanoi. If I had to rank them, probably Baku, Singapore, Hanoi, Monaco. Monaco is definitely my worst circuit. It really is. Monaco definitely is my worst circuit. Yes, mate, I'm all good, thanks.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1 minute 41.5.
I really am. I'm really good.
We're ready.
But I'm looking for. I was saying that Sochi is a enclosed circuit as well. So yeah, Sochi's in there somewhere. Sochi's got to be in there somewhere. Just trying to be extra careful of not picking up any penalties. If you cross the white line when coming out of the pits, especially when you have the pit assist disabled, you get extra penalties, and with 40 places already being applied to me, I can do without any penalties that might affect my race result. As if 40 places isn't bad enough. Hey Lingberg, how's it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully that this circuit, it can be a bit of a killer on the tyres. It really can. Especially with lockups. But I need to be careful of that. So hopefully I can stop it from happening. I think one lap around here on a set of softs, which is the red stripe, is about 7% wear. So not great. Not great at all. And obviously the faster you go, like if you increase the engine mode or you increase the ERS deployment, for some reason that causes your tyres to degrade quicker as well. I understand them degrading quicker with the engine mode turned up through corners, but I don't understand how they degrade so quickly in a straight line. I don't know if it's possibly the rubber hitting the floor quicker. As you can see, I'm using the ERS deployment and the line is decreasing. Like I said, I understand it totally when there's a corner involved, but in a straight line, I'm not too sure why. I have to have a look at that actually. Tyres are not going to be a problem by the looks of it.
Program complete and a job well done. We got some excellent data with that run, so come on back to the garage and I can talk you through the numbers.
I absolutely will, Jeff. I absolutely will. How's it going, Banbury? I've been good, Lindbergh. I gotta be honest. I got no complaints, mate. I'm back to trying how to learn, if that made any sense in English at all. I'm trying to learn everything
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
that the game has to offer, as in no assists. The only assist that I've currently got on is corner lines. Everything else is turned off. So yeah, trying to learn, trying to teach an old dog new tricks. So the one thing I really need to do and really need to focus on with all the other sims that I've got and that I race is removing the corner lines. I think my problem is I struggle with the depth perception. Probably should get VR, or I will invest in VR at some point in my life.
Okay, just want to remind you to keep an eye on your tyre temperatures, which you can do on the temperature panel of the MFD. We monitor carcass temperature and surface temperature, and you'll get the best performance when they're both inside a normal operating window. Surface temps tend to fluctuate faster, so try a few laps with the data open and get a feel for how to control them.
So I was doing 38 miles an hour in the miles per hour in the pit, and it was 37. I had a warning for that. Hey Wild, how's it going? Banbury, it's nice to see you again as well, mate. Guys, please don't think I'm being ignorant. It's just I can't read and drive at the same time. I can see names and yeah, I just want to make that point because I don't want you guys to think I'm being rude when that's the least or the last thing on my mind. Try to be as active as I possibly can.
I know it's tempting to focus entirely on the race, but we should put a bit of time aside to run the qualifying sim program. Try to run it before the end of FP3 if you can.
Just because you said it, Jeff, I will. Okay, so this is going to be the last one of this practice. I'm not going to use a fresh set of medium tyres for fuel management.
All set.
I'm either going to get it or I'm not. How you doing, Wild? How you doing? Yes, Banbury. Honestly, it's great. It's great to see you all. Thank you for stopping by, and I really mean that. I must remember as well to check on my teammate. I do not do enough of that. I did try to sign George Russell, but because my my second driver part of the factory wasn't set up, I literally didn't bother with it at all. He wouldn't join, but now I've started putting money into it. I'm hoping that come the end of the season, I'm either going to have George Russell or Lando Norris in the car, or in the second seat. It depends on what R&D graph you look at. My car currently is the 4th best car on the grid, if you believe the R&D screens. So hopefully, with a driver like Russell or Norris, should start seeing the second car getting to at least Q2, because this is race 15, 16 possibly. That was close. That was really close. So yeah, this is race what? I want to say 15. So there is a lot to do. There is a long way to go. Too slow though. Too slow this lap. I should back off and get out from the way of Latifi, because he's going to slow me down. Dirty air is quite bad in this year's game, especially when cornering and braking. Yeah, I'm going to back off this one and build a bit of a gap. It's my own fault. I lost it on the last turn, so just going to let him go a little bit, and hopefully I'll be much more improved on lap 2. That's the thing with these curbs in sector 3. If you hit them at the wrong angle, they can just bounce you across, and that's what happened. Too much power.
Okay, you weren't quite good enough that lap. Try again.
We're so gentle on the old on the loud pedal. Really don't know what's wrong with me tonight. Seems that I can't speak. Booster, how you doing, mate? Don't think I'd even. I screwed this one now as well because of the. How long's left? 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Now I damaged my wing. And it's just something as simple as that, not braking enough for. Having an Alpha Tauri just ram you. It's all good. Don't know now if I'll have enough time to get in, get out, or get in, get it fixed, and then get back out. I'll retry this practice program in practice 2 anyway. It's just now that I've damaged my wing, I need to get that fixed. Riding around a city circuit with a broken wing.
Well, program over, but that wasn't much help to us. We need it again, I'm afraid.
You'll have it again, Jeff. Just as and when it's in it. Yoms, how's it going, buddy? Oh, Booster, I'm glad you're doing great, mate. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you all for stopping by. But yeah, breaking the wing around a street circuit is easily done, so easily done. But it's suicide to keep on driving with it. You lose so much time. You get really affected by the dirty air in a city or an enclosed circuit, and unfortunately, because I like braking cars, I didn't fail, did I?
Repairs have set us back a little.
Okay, so let's speed the time up and then see if it's not enough session time. Okay, so I'm going to accelerate this, call it a day there for practice 1, and then I'll do 2 and then 2, or I might even do 1 and then 3. We'll see how it goes. Yes, mate. Funny enough, in the time trial before I started, I was using your Ghost as a precursor.
It's time to remind ourselves,
and
who are?
I managed. You did a 134, or 133 something. I was like 9/10 behind you anyway. So.
Good day today.
She's gonna ask me about my scraping the wall. I know she is.
Is your biggest rival at the moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not none of them. No, I think it's spanked by them.
How's your grid penalty going to affect your strategy going into these?
It changes from stay at the front to get to the front. It's spanning the works, that's for sure. I prefer not to be stuck in traffic. It makes the race a lot harder. I'll keep my nose ring. That seems about the nicest one, I should say.
Do you think this team are performing as well as they could do?
Because it's season 1, I'd rather not be.
You broke the walls a few times. Were you struggling for grip?
I knew she. I knew she'd say that.
Thank you for your time.
Oh, 34.9. Oh, so mine was 9/10 behind yours then. So mine was a 35.9 or 35.8. So yeah, you were really going though, mate. Fair play to you. You were really going. I don't mind. I don't mind Singapore. It's a lot of those. It has to be free flowing, doesn't it, in Singapore? When you're in a car that's, well, my team car. If you're in any other car besides a Williams or an Alfa, maybe, you can chain one corner to another, and it just seems so seamless. It's like the Red Bull's amazing around here. It really is. The Merc, the Ferrari, even the McLaren is awesome around here. Which reminds me, I've not given up on my McLaren career. I'm gonna do a few videos, just purely the race, until again I've time. Well, I've got time, but I want to get to the end of this really quick. I want to try and get the car. I'm getting frustrated that the car is not where I want the car to be. So I'll probably be streaming my team a lot more. What's up, dude? Oh, and it's a proper wet circuit as well. Nice. Okay, if that's the case, then I'm going to try race strategy, and I'm going to leave all these some fuel management, ERS, qualifying pace for the next practice, unless I smash the car up and I'll just skip it. And
The rain is getting lighter now, but it's going to take a while for the track to dry out.
if the rain is getting lighter, then oh mate, honestly, you're a legend. Thank you. I'm looking for weather. That's where it is. See, Jeff, you're lying, mate. You're lying. The rain is getting lighter. It's absolutely lashing it down.
Recommend taking the wet tyres in the current conditions?
Such a liar, Jeff. Honestly, mate, you're a legend. Thank you for that.
Take it easy to start with. The track's wet.
Really, really appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you all for your support. So yeah, I don't know how this is going to go down. It's probably going to end up with... It is, mate. You are absolutely awesome. Thank you. So yeah, I don't know how this is going to go down. It really, really is lashing it down. Really bad. And I only gently touched the throttle then, the car wanted to go. So... yeah, I've got no grip at all, especially on a dry setup. Gonna have to be so careful. And around here, you need the traction out of the corners. Like I said, I'll take the car around. If I smash the car up, I'm just going to skip it and see what I can do in practice 3. It doesn't help when I got Danny Rick hitting me in the back either. It's not Danny Rick, it's Ocon. I was pulling over for him to get it out of the way, so. Gotta be honest, it is amazingly tricky to drive in these kind of conditions. Really, really is. But that was going to invalidate my lap then. I just remembered something. Why? How bizarre. I could have sworn I started the race strategy practice. Could have sworn I did. So why didn't anything happen as I went across the line? It is, mate. Racing is really brutal, especially here, because the car's a rear wheel drive, got no traction, no ABS, nothing. And the minute you literally touch the throttle, these cars, they just slide so bad. Really bad. And like I said, Singapore is a circuit that you need fantastic traction out of the corners. Hey Tom, how you doing, buddy? I just got an issue with my sound a minute. Okay, so the race strategy should start this time around. I don't know why it didn't start last time. I love watching this race on TV as well. I know Bahrain, the second race of the season, is in the night, but this race in particular is so brutal for the drivers. It's the one race that the drivers go through a hell of a lot in the cars. But this race in particular, because of how many turns there are, obviously the factor it's at night, there's a lot of dust and debris, and if it's wet like this, it's then even worse. And absolutely love watching this race on TV. Don't know how these 5 laps are going to be. I said I'll try my best. I'm already too slow. I was hoping that with the little bit of a time advantage they give you per lap, because of the wet, I was kind of hoping that I'd have enough, but don't know if it is going to be enough, actually. A little slide. So all I can do is try and use as much of my ERS as possible. Try and go as quick as I possibly can. I'm going to short shift a lot. Try and get a bit of traction, but even in fourth gear then the car wants to just not comply at all. It wants to spin out like that. Yeah, I think this is going to be an impossible task, if I'm honest, to go fast enough. But I'm not crashed yet, so
That lap was no good. We need you to improve on that.
and not crashing is really good. And I only need 3 out of the 5 laps, so hopefully, if I can just not do that, yeah, I think this is pretty pointless. There's 2 laps I've ruined. I'm just going to skip practice 2, get to practice 3, and then do everything then, because that is ridiculous. You always thought it was a little bit lackluster. I mean, opportunities to overtake are few and far between, especially when you're in the twists and turns of the corners, etc. But because it's obviously dark at night, and the fact that it's so hot and humid in Singapore, you know, it's, like I said, it can be brutal.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top 3. De Vries, Stroll, and Antonio Giovinazzi.
Wow.
Sadly, it's time to say goodbye as free practice is over. However, we'll be back shortly for more Formula One action.
Go on, teammate. Top of the shop. Happy days. But yeah, that's the reason why I think I like it so much. I really do. But I mean, I'm the type of person that will sit there and just watch F1 for hours and hours. That's just how much of a fan I am. I mean, Spain isn't my most favourite circuit in the entire world to watch, but I will sit there from start to finish. What's rough, mate? But yeah, so I got kind of a uphill struggle now. 30 minutes to try and do 5, 6, probably about 10 laps. Okay, so let's redo. How many tires have we got? Okay, so I've got 0 mediums. Okay, so I'm gonna go for Where is it? I'm going to go for race strategy on the hards, then I'm going to do qualifying pace, then I'm going to do ERS management, both with
we've
the...
not got long between now and qualifying, so it'd be very productive for us to run the qualifying pace evaluation. We can get some good R&D data as well if we complete it. Okay, the track is green right now, so take a few laps to get the tyres up to temperature.
Yes, mate. It was a bit. I was expecting a lot more, but that rain was just so hard for me to control the car. Especially when you take care, Don. Thank you for stopping by, mate. Hopefully now, though, I've got the hard tyres on. It's dry. I've got no excuses now. So we get to it. Get done as much as I possibly can. I'm hoping though that I'm hoping that a lot of the AI has gone through this similar sort of problems that I've gone through, and their components are like mine, knackered, so they need new ones. Maybe I'm not the only one with grid penalties. Okay, so we'll do the 5 laps, then switch to softs, do the qualifying run, and then go from there. Because we have to do the ERS as well. Don't seem to get very much help either, time wise. Come on, come on, come on. Those walls, they come up on you so quick. I'm already down on time. Staying quick enough, man. And this is a circuit where you need a car that's agile in the corners, like I was saying in my last stream. It's okay having a fantastically quick engine, but if your car ain't got it in the corners, you're going to struggle.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
And this car really doesn't have it in the corners. Okay, you know, I can argue that hard tyres are probably not ideal for this because they are slower than the medium tyres. However, if you was in a Mercedes, McLaren, or any other car, you could stick the hards on.
We don't think we're far away from some rain. I'll keep you updated as the conditions change.
Why'd you lie to me, Jeff? Why do you tell me? tell me that the rain is not coming, or you show me a graph that says that practice 3 is clear, and then it's not. Joke's on you though, because it doesn't matter even if I don't qualify. I'm starting last anyway. The joke is on you, Jeff. This is why the Red Bull car is so good here, because that car really can put it together in the corners. Really put it together in the corners.
Okay, super job so far. We're getting great data. Stay focused.
Oh, I'm focused. Oh, don't do that to me. I did cut the corners a lot, mind, so I'm not surprised. That was my fault. I was looking at the screen and shouldn't have been. Concentration is key, but it's crazy, right? Because this is how it goes for me. When the camera's off, it's like everything just comes up clutch. Everything's rosy, everything's awesome. The minute the camera goes on, I just make myself look like an absolute imbecile. Was racing yesterday in a league race at Silverstone. Silverstone's my home circuit. I've spent a lot of time riding, driving around Silverstone. First two corners of qualifying, I invalidated my lap. Okay, I'm an absolute idiot. So I started from the back of the grid. I'm thinking, right, head down, pit early, get a harder set of tyres, and then just work your way through the field, or try to. So I pitted, and somebody in front of me brake checked me in a safety car. That caused me to spin off the circuit.
Try again.
And I damaged my front wing. So I spent the entire race then nursing a broken wing. And I managed to get myself from 11th to 8th. But yeah, spinning twice through lack of grip. And it just makes me look like an absolute imbecile. And then me then not paying attention, just crashing into the wall and having to use flashback. It just so annoying, man. So yeah, as long as I can not invalidate this one and keep a green time, should be good, and this practice session, or this part of the practice session, will be complete. And this is why I want to get my team sorted rather quickly, because or at least to where I need to be.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
Honestly, like, the weatherman and this game is useless. Absolutely useless. This wasn't supposed to happen for 45 minutes. Rain wasn't supposed to come, and now it's not even been 10 and it's raining. What's going to happen now is the track is going to have less and less grip. Times are going to drop off, and there's not a lot you can do about it. The good thing is though that I've already completed the 3 laps, so at least this practice session, part of practice, dusted. I'm going to struggle with the qualifying part of it though. Now I am anyway, at least. Not too bothered though, like I said at the start of this stream, like Singapore unfortunately is kind of a throwaway Grand Prix.
Over. That's all we need for now. Return to the garage pronto.
Due to all the penalties, so I'm starting from the back of the grid. I already know that. Kind of sucks, I know, but such is life. Like I said, I'm just hoping that other cars around me have got the same problems. That could be...
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
That could have kind of a negative effect on me though, because if they've got grid penalties as well, it means that they would have had brand new parts. So they'll be as quick as me or quicker than me. Just like Austria. Was it Austria or was it Spa? I think it was Spa, where
You're nearly out of fuel, almost out of fuel. You need to pit within the next 2 laps. Box this lap, please. Box this lap.
where I was told the weather was going to be one thing, and it's something else. The frustrating thing is about this now, the fact that I couldn't run in practice 2 through my poor driving skills. I lost all that time on when I wanted to speeding a bit late. Yeah, so I lost all my time that I wanted to use to get more R&D points, and the fact that it's now raining, yeah. Yeah, it is focus, mate. Honestly, I got about as much focus as the car. Ford Focus. That is. I'm gonna. Well, the garage will tell me now. I'm gonna stick the softs on anyway. I'm gonna go out for the qualifying run. See, there's not a lot of time there at all.
Is a 1:42.4.
So if my best time on a set of hards was a 1:42, I gotta be honest, I think, like I said, if you went for 100% Grand Prix with either Bottas or Hamilton, it's glitched. It really is glitched. You can check that out for yourselves. And yet, that time is
16th in the speed trap, 187.2 miles per hour.
that time is so low. It doesn't feel. Maybe I'm clutching at straws. Maybe I'm looking for an excuse. But whereas normally in any other Grand Prix that I've been, the lap time is so much higher than. Hey Taku, how's it going, mate? Thank you for stopping by. yeah, the lap time is such a different spot on the. Do you know what I mean? On the your lap time then, or your given lap time, is normally at least 2 or 3 seconds above where it should be. I'm just keeping it in rich mode to empty as much fuel out of the car as I possibly can. It's either that I just probably am not quick enough around here with this car. That is probably the long and short of it, because the car is not in a straight line is quick, but it's not as quick as it should be. How you doing, Taku? Hope you're good, mate. Welcome to wet Singapore. Okay, let's turn that back up. And let's see what time I can achieve. Already looks bad. Come on, man, cut me a break. Or is it a 140.7?
This light rain is going to be with us for a while now.
Yeah, tell me about it. Come on, come on, come on. Frustration's kicking in now because it's I think the frustration's kicking in just because I know that the car just isn't where I want it to be, and I've only got myself to blame for that.
Data we needed on that run. You might want to give it another go.
That's frustrating. I say it's frustrating. It's not frustrating. It's frustrating to know the fact that I was 1/10 away from getting the time that they asked of me. What's frustrating about it is if I had use of
there's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
If I had use of my ERS properly, rather than in hot lap mode, if I could change it to overtake, I probably would have done that, no problem. But then the car hasn't got where it takes to the corners, and that's what is being properly shown here.
Come in this lap, please. Box this lap.
Venom, how's it going, mate? Taku, I'll get your comments now, mate. Like I said, I'm just looking across and I can see names rather than what people are saying. So I'm going to have to use these worn soft. My best slow right down actually. Said I was doing 38 earlier on. Got in trouble for it. Ooh, he fixing his dinner. Nice. What are you having? How you doing, Venom? Hope you're good, mate. Hope you're good. Welcome to a wet Singapore. Come on, come on, come on. I'm not too sure how long it actually takes to get from pit for the guys to then get you in the garage to then able to get back out. That's to take 2 minutes maybe. Nah, that's probably a bit too much. Yes, mate, I'm doing really well, thank you. I'm a bit annoyed with myself because because my car's not up to much. I say it's not up to much. It's not where I want it to be, or not where I expect it to be.
Our best lap so far is a 1 minute 40.8.
In a straight line, the car is like lightning. Through the corners though, and obviously Singapore is a street circuit with plenty of corners, I'm not getting the traction or the grip out of the car that I need. And the frustrating part is about it is that the car should be so much better by now, because this is like race 15, 16 out of 22. And what I did at the start was I focused all my development on the engine to get the engine decent, and foolishly I ignored like the aero design of the car, the chassis design of the car, and I probably should have focused more on the aero and the chassis side of the car than the engine. So yeah, like I said, I got myself to blame for. Ellis, how you doing, mate? I got myself to blame for my car being so poor. However, I am taking the positive steps to sort out those issues. All further development is going to be done on the chassis and the aero. Yeah, it does take time, and it's just really frustrating me. Okay, so let's see how we get on with this ERS deployment. Probably going to fail this too. We shall see. See, this is bizarre. Absolutely bizarre. I mean, I know this is why I think the timings are all broken for Singapore. They've gotta be. They have to be. I'm already nearly a second up, and I'm not being a second up all race. I've got the same amount of fill. The only thing different is the tyres. Just this time around, I can't even access my Engine modes. I mean, I've not been this quick. Need to look. After this stream, I'm gonna. Yeah, after this stream, I'm gonna check on Singapore. Like I said, I already know it's broken. Just for Grand Prix mode. Okay, so I'm gonna need to go again.
You're using up too much energy over the lap. Don't use your overtake button quite so much.
No, I think you'll find I invalidated my own lap here, Jeff. My own silly fault. Guys, I promise I'll get your comments as soon as I can. Track is starting to get a little bit less grippier now, that's for sure. Street circuit in the wet, it's not a... It's not the best of places to be, that's for sure. Come on, come on, come on! That was a heart in the mouth time. Really was. I thought that was the front wing gone.
Okay, test complete, and that was a very good job indeed. We got a lot of valuable information out of that.
That was close. I was so close to smashing the car to pieces. It's a bit worrying that Kimi Räikkönen is in front of me on a set of hard tyres. It's really kind of worrying. What was my best time? A 1:40.08, 8:01. Wonder what the... Don't even know what the fastest lap is. I'll have to have a look at that, find out what it was. Because the way it's currently I practice, I've said it before.
This rain is going to keep getting heavier for the next 15 minutes at least.
Jeff, you as a weatherman, mate, I just don't trust. This is supposed to be dry. You as a... Gotta be honest, you as an engineer, you suck. You as a weatherman, you suck even more. There's only a minute left of practice anyway, so... Be a good boy, Shalom. So yeah, that is the end of practice 3. Failed quite a bit, and it's really worrying signs for qualifying. As I've said before, practice times should take them with a pinch of salt, but for qualifying, it's really worrying. Never sign Luca as your teammate. What, you mean Luca out of Kabiri? Is it Kabiri? Luca Kabiri, the 23-year-old Carter. Is that the one you was talking about, Ellis? Yes, mate. Focus on the track.
Suggests this rain is going to keep getting stronger for at least the next 15 minutes.
Yeah. What I tend to do is I tend to keep glancing to the right all the time, and I shouldn't. I should just wait until I'm back in the pits, but I'm guilty of it.
Now over the line, let's see our top 3 again. Stroll, Ricciardo, and Valtteri Bottas. And that's it. Practice is officially over. Until next time, goodbye.
So, here's the qualifying. When qualifying comes around, if I go out in Q1, I go out in Q1. Oh, that's not bad. R&D points, actually. Maybe I need another 200, I think, to get a new upgrade, or new major upgrade, I should say. So we shall see. We shall see how it goes. But it's irrelevant. I should really skip qualifying because wherever happens, I start plumb last. It's going to be a tall order to try and get into the points from last because it's 22 cars on the track, or 21 cars, 22 including myself. Yeah. So anything above P15 today at this circuit, I should be happy with, in theory. But guys, honestly, I really appreciate you all stopping by. Really, really do. Yeah, Jeff, I don't trust you. Where the forecast, mate? Sorry. He's about as much use as a chocolate teapot, that one. It really is. Yeah, this is the with F1 2020, F1 2019 focused a lot on gearbox way. F1 2020 seems to focus a lot on the MGUH and the turbocharger way. And what I mean by they focus a lot on it, it takes only 3 to 4 races for it to be completely worn. I understand that your driving style has a lot to do with it, but when you're only given 3 components of each to last you the season, it's just impossible. And the fact that I've taken...
If you want to know specific information or make certain changes to the car during a pit stop, you can tell me what you want over the radio. Press and hold the radio button to activate the system, and you can either speak the command or select it manually from the radio screen that will appear on the multifunction display. While the radio is active, cycle through command groups with the MFD button. All complete.
Yeah, cheers, Jeff. Yes, mate, yeah, what I said earlier. He's an absolute nutter, that's for sure. I just... Being 23, the guy should have a lot more composure than what he actually had. And I don't agree with what he did. He's bang in trouble, bang out of order, and he should accept any punishment that comes along with what he did. He really should. Not just him, his father as well, for inciting that mass brawl. Well, it wasn't his father, it was Lucas that started, but I'm sure it was his father, was the guy in black that came out of nowhere, dressed in black I should say, came out of nowhere. No, he deserves everything he gets, or he's gonna get. What I was trying to say earlier was I don't agree with all the horrible things that I've seen written on Twitter. Yes, he could have killed somebody, I totally agree. places like Twitter and Facebook can be quite toxic places, and that's what I was trying to say. I got no sympathy for Lucas at all. I haven't. I think he deserves everything that he's going to get. But I disagree with all the horrible stuff that I saw written about him on Twitter, and people of influence then saying things and then having all their followers jumping on the bandwagon when, like I said, at 23 years of age, people do some dull, dumb stuff. I mean, wow, they do, and they do it all the time. However, like, some of the stuff I saw, there's just no need for it. What am I? I think the word I'm already looking for is he's already been thrown to the dogs and thrown to the wolves before any punishment is being handed out to him. And that's the part that I disagree with. He's already been judged. You know what I mean? But, as I said, at 23 years of age, it doesn't matter what profession you're in, whether it's racing, karting, scuba diving, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens, you should have a lot more composure about you. It doesn't matter whether he was rubbing you, it doesn't matter whether he caused you to crash out. You should be a lot more professional. Than the way that Lucas acted, and not just that, his father as well. Oh, absolutely. He's completely destroyed his career, absolutely. And if that's the outcome from it, you know,
there's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
So be it. Totally agree, and I will, you know, whatever punishment that he is given, he's got nobody else to, you know, other than himself to blame. He really isn't, and I respect that punishment. You know, what I don't like is, you know, like I said, a person or people. Person with influence then who has a lot of followers saying something, and then just all the hate, man. It's just, the world is just a hateful place at the minute. That's the thing that I didn't like about it. You know, you can't seem to do anything at the moment in this world without just so much negativity and hate. Like, you just can't, and that's the main thing that I found annoying this morning when I was talking about it. It wasn't anything to do with, you know, trying to agree with him or trying to make him look innocent or anything. It was just, hey Vision, how you doing, mate? Yeah, that's my whole point that I was trying to make this morning. It wasn't the fact that I was trying to side with Luca. I was just trying to make the point of people had already annihilated him then, before he'd even received any punishment from the governing bodies. It was as if suddenly everybody, I'm not sure who the authority is that covers karting. I'm not sure if it is the FIA or a version of the FIA. But suddenly everybody had become, you know, major car You know what I mean? Technical people, like, and you just think, oh, just have a day off. That's my entire point. But yeah, I ain't going to say anything more on it because he deserves everything he gets, mate. And he really does.
Best lap so far is a 1:37.8.
Fantastic. So I can drop a 1:37.8 in qualifying with an extra engine mode, and I can't even string together a decent lap in practice. Story of my life. How you doing, Vision? How you doing, mate? Hope you guys are good. Right, I am going to leave it at that. I'm not going back out. So I'm going to accelerate the lap. Fair play, Vettel just posted a blinder. That's really quick. That's a really quick time. Yeah, I had to watch it to see what he threw, because at first I thought it looked like a flag. But he could have killed somebody. You know, those carts that they drive. What was he thinking? He could have killed someone. And like I said, he deserves everything that he's going to get. But to then, you know, follow him into the paddock and then start hitting him, and then his father out of nowhere. You know, his father, I think, caused much more drama and is going to cause much more of a punishment towards him. I mean, we all know what happened in Interlagos between Verstappen and Ocon, you know. And they're professionals, and I understand that people do stupid things, dumb stuff. But if you're man enough to do the stupid, or you know, female enough to do the crime, you have to do the time. You know, you have to accept the punishment that comes with it. And
checks complete. We're ready.
You know, like I said, if another cart had gone across that bumper, it could have killed somebody. It really could have. It'd be interesting. It would be interesting to see the punishment that he actually does get. And for you guys that don't know what we're talking about, just type in Luca Kaberi into a certain search engine. You'll be really surprised on what happens. And when you look at it, my first instinct was, wow, kids. Like, how can you teach kids to be better racers? But then when you look at Luca Kaberi and realise that he's a 23-year-old, so he's not a child, he's a man, you think to yourself, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. That's what you think. It's crazy. That's okay. Don't know what is going on lately, but these AI just plow straight into the back of you. I need a lap like I put in first time out, because that was quite a really decent lap, and if I get a lap like that again, it means that my tyres won't be so rubbish starting. Whatever happens though, I'm gonna pit early, get onto the medium set, and just try and go as far as I can to the end. Hopefully have a safety car early, so regardless of the state of my tyres, to be a lot of traffic to work my way through. To be honest, I'm not even bothered if I don't even make Q3. Oh, that's probably going to be the only time that I'm ever going to say that. Lando Norris just did a 1:38. Bottas did a 37. Oh, Charlie boy.
That's the fastest lap so far. Well,
That's what I'm talking about. That is what I am talking about. So, unfortunately, I think I need to retract the statements that I may have made during practice, because yeah, I don't know where these lap timers come from. I really don't. And in practice, I could not, for the life of me, put together a decent lap. I couldn't.
there's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
These are absolute idiots. I pulled over to let them past. And all they're going to do is cause themselves penalties, because there's no way I'm speeding off, because these are the tyres that I'm going to start the race with. Unfortunately now, look, I blocked Danny Rick off. But yes, I have no idea where I've pulled this time from. I wish I was, you know, keeping some in reserve. I really do. But I could not put the lap together in practice. And the only thing that's different is you get a little bit more power from another engine mode. Just bizarre. But guys, just want to thank you all for stopping by. I really do. I really, really do. It means so much to me. Really appreciate it. And for you, those of you who follow the soccer or football, some crazy, crazy stuff happening in the transfer deadline day today. My phone, I don't know if you guys can hear the buzzing, but it is going off because of all the reactions and all the sign-ins and whatnot. There is about 25 minutes left of the transfer window in the UK. So you see, my team is Man United. We've had a really poor transfer window.
The car settings screen on your multifunction display will allow you to change various settings as you drive. Open the display with the MFD button. You can then navigate up and down to the setting you want to change.
I've changed nothing between practice, qualifying. I ran, like I said at the start, I got 0 assists for this race. As I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to better myself as a driver, as an F1 driver.
So far, our
And
fastest lap is a
I run with 95
96.9.
AI, and I've gone from not being able to put in a decent lap to absolutely annihilating people. Where's my teammate? No, he didn't make it. Not today, mate. Not today. Whatever happens, it doesn't matter. I could...
Track is pretty empty right now. Lots of space.
Unfortunately, I've taken a lot of grid penalties. I had a 40 place grid penalty at the start. Yeah. So, this is a kind of a write-off Grand Prix. I'm hoping for P15 or above. But Sochi, come Sochi, I'm fingers crossed Sochi is going to be my first win. Should have won in Monza. I put too much. I gambled too much in Monza. I was on the wrong strategy. And I damaged my front wing. And then got that stupid penalty. My highest ever finish in my team is P3. So... last to first, mate. I would never. That's probably impossible on 95 AI. Unless something goes in my McLaren career mode. Was in China, and I went. I think I qualified like P4. I then got spun around by Max Verstappen, and the safety car was brought out. On that safety car, I pitted. This was like lap 2, and
Okay, remember that the way the car handles is all about weight transfer.
Because I had pitted so
Weight, the
early,
center of mass moves forward,
I was able
sides, it
to
moves rearward. When you turn,
overtake
it's
everyone,
pushed to
and
the
actually
outside
won
of the
my
car.
first Grand Prix with
All
McLaren
along each
at
tire
China
equals
because of
more
that.
grip.
So
So make sure you're smooth with the
maybe.
controls to prevent the weight transfer from becoming too violent. All clear the garage, please. Car ready to leave.
So maybe if something like that happens, highly unlikely though. Highly unlikely. Like I said, I caused so much drama for myself. So 1:36.9 was my last time. Something like that again would be absolutely awesome, and I just wouldn't bother going back out. I get so frustrated when I'm not doing well, and like in practice I know I wasn't doing well, and then you get a qualifying and it's just like, yeah, here's an extra 4 or 5 seconds, thank you very much, you know. Failed the qualifying or failed the pole practice part by 1/10, and I'm thinking, damn, quali is going to be hard work. And then you get a qualifying and it's like, I don't know what all the fuss was about. Here's an extra 5 seconds for you. Go nuts. Go nuts indeed. Okay. Let's see what we can do. Thought I was going to invalidate my lap.
Are you okay? That was a nasty hit. Turn the engine off and wait for the marshals.
I just really need to be quiet. I think. I was just about to say I thought I invalidated my lap, but what I actually did was spin around and wreck the front of my car. And that's my entire point. I always make myself look like an idiot. And I mean, I'm pretty good at doing that. Did 61 laps earlier on in a Grand Prix. Didn't have one issue at all other than the glitch. Didn't have one error. I did have a 3-second time penalty, but that was for corner cutting. Nothing. No spins, no dramas, nothing. Turn the camera on, and I can't drive for shit. Okay, so we've got purple sector so far. Or purple sector 2 anyway, and I'm done a 1:37.6. I know I've got enough fuel to go again, but whether I've got enough grip from these tyres, I should have.
You've just put in the fastest lap. Good job.
Okay, so I went faster than I actually. Yeah, I did a 1:36.8, which was faster than I did in Q2.
Bottas is behind you. Their best lap time is a 1:37.4.
See? I just don't understand. I don't understand the timing. Like I said, the timings are just screwed, man. I found it like bonkers. Yes, booster, it was yikes. I actually thought I had invalidated my lap, but it turned out that I just wanted to smash the car up instead.
There's only one lap of fuel remaining.
What I'm actually thinking about doing, guys, and I don't know if you want to see it or not, so this is the part where you guys can let me have a bit of feedback, is that would you rather me do practice off camera? So I mean, I'd start early, and then would you just rather see like qualifying and an extended race? For example, if I did a 50% or a 100% race, like quali and that, or were you just happy seeing what you're seeing? And it's completely up to you guys. Because I've been thinking about, because I run full practice, full quali, but then I only run a 25% race, and I mean, the race is what it's all about, really, isn't it? And I feel sometimes that if the race was a little bit longer, maybe I could get more from it, or a better result. But then if the race was longer, it just means more potential for penalties. But yeah, let me know what you think, guys. Look at that time, man. I'm
So
really impressed with that time.
1:36.8.
Really impressed with that time, yet the time doesn't mean nothing, or it's not going to mean anything due to the penalties. But excluding practice, it's signs of improvement. I can say that now because I know how poor I was in practice. And I was pissing and moaning in practice just how much I couldn't put a lap together. So, okay, I am not going back out. I am going to leave it to fate. and see if the likes of Vettel, Hamilton, Bottas, Leclerc can beat me. Because fair play, doing a 26.4 in the first sector, that's a really quick...
189.3 miles per hour.
That's a really quick time. It's going to be sad. I think, what's the date today? The date is the 5th of October. Sometime next week, maybe Tuesday, the patch is coming for this game. And that patch is going to include the balancing of the engines to match real life, what they're like currently. And in this version of the game, the Ferrari engines are running on 2019's version. But when that patch comes out, they're going to run on 2020 version, which means that they are going to be slow. Really going to be slow. They're going to go backwards, not forwards. Renault's going to get a bit of an upgrade. Red Bull's going to get an upgrade. Racing Point, Williams. But the Ferraris, Haas, Alfa Romeo, they're going to end up going backwards. And so where Leclerc and Vettel are second and third, or second and fourth currently, they're going to be, mid-table. We ain't going to get to see their out laps anyway. We're going to see their quick laps. I love going through that bridge section where you just got to throw the car in and just hope it sticks. Where is everyone? Who's the furthest out in front then? Somebody's in front of him as well. So is Albon the furthest out in front then, is he? Verstappen is there. So it must be Albon. Nope. So Verstappen. The fair play, they're normally really awesome around here because of the speed, because of the way they corner. And let's see, we got 54. Be interesting to see the times. So the Verstappen with a 26.6, 26.6, 26.4. So he's gone quicker. Old Charles Leclerc. He's matched his time in sector 1. Come on, let me see your sector 2 time. Come on, come on. Don't know if we get to see it because of the time's going to run out. 37.6. He's improved. He's improving. Here we go.
We're all ready for tomorrow's race, but before we begin, let's have a quick look at those who will be fronting the grid. Vettel, Joker, and Valtteri Bottas. Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix.
See, I'm not bothered with that. And the reason why I didn't go back out was because even if I ended up finishing P10, I'm dropping another 10 places. The fact that I've put that car right there and Vettel was... I think Vettel beat me by only a few tenths last time out. I'm really happy with that. I really am. So, here goes. Here goes nothing. I think if I didn't have to serve those penalties, I would have definitely gone
Great
back
work
out.
there today. Let's have your thoughts. It's always good to qualify at the front, isn't it?
It feels great. The chassis department has put in a lot of overtime and it really paid off. No, they haven't. And that's my fault, because they haven't. It's a big relief for the whole team. A lot of work went into this.
It's been a great qualifying session for you. Are you going to carry that momentum into the race?
That's the plan. Keep an eye on me tomorrow and you'll see something special. We have a great strategy. It should get us plenty of points. The car feels fantastic on this track. We'll be able to carry us through the race. That's probably about the best answer I can give, because I know that...
Appreciate your time.
got penalties. And that's what I mean. When you've done one racing game, the story then, or the questions that you're asked, they don't change. And I just wish that Codemasters would change it up a little bit, even if they dropped in new questions. It always seem to get the same generic, oh, you scraped the wall. Fantastic quality, you know what I mean? Just be nice to have something new. And as I said in the last stream, a bit of banter with your teammate, regardless who it is. But like, you see Norris and Sainz at the circuit in real life, and you just think like, maybe, okay, banters aren't as similar, I know, but maybe you could have one of them crash an interview or something. Do you know what I mean? There's lots that you could do, I suppose. But it's just, would they spend that time on doing it? It'd be really fun to see, though. You could take the game to an whole nother level.
So, unfortunately, we've picked up some grid penalties, and we'll be starting further back than you expect. As for how bad it is, that'll depend on what the other drivers get.
Yes, Jeff, that is the truest thing you've said to me. Or it's either the truest or the saddest. Probably the saddest. Let's go. Come on. So 15 laps, average lap speed of about probably 145. It's probably a bit much, actually.
Against the spectacular backdrop of the Singapore skyline, Formula One returns once again to do battle in what tends to become something of an endurance race, with the notorious sauna-like temperatures in the cockpit making for an extremely physically challenging Grand Prix. The Marina Bay Street Circuit then has 23 corners, 13 to the left and 10 to the right, taking us a total of 3.1 miles around the landmarks of downtown Singapore. An average lap speed around here, just 107 miles per hour. Anthony Davidson is alongside me as usual for the race today. Let's talk about Joker. That was a great podium in the last race, so can they keep that momentum going this weekend?
It's always nice to come into a Grand Prix weekend on a high, but your expectations are based much more on your practice and qualifying runs. So it's the momentum from those sessions that they'll be hoping to carry into the race today.
Well, my practice was rubbish, but my quali was.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Sebastian Vettel will start on pole. Fantastic qualifying from the multiple world champion. And it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Leclerc, Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton and Ricciardo, Perez, Norris, Albon and Carlos Sainz, Stroll, Kvyat, Pierre Gasly and Raikkonen, Grosjean, Giovinazzi, Nick De Vries and Esteban Ocon. They've taken a grid penalty. Russell, Magnussen, Latifi and Joker. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
There's everyone with piddly little penalties like 5 and 5, and there's me with just flat out 40. Love it. Love it, love it. But I just need to stay out of trouble. Famous last words. I bet you I don't even make it a lap without losing the wing. The front one, that is. Place your bets. Place your bets.
Fantastic podium result at the last race. Let's see if we can do it again today.
Yeah, Jeff. You're a funny guy. I mean, I'll try. You know. Just making the car as light as I possibly can. See, now that says I've got no fuel in the car at all. Anyway. So seeing coming in lap 5. What happens if I come in a little bit earlier? Come in later. Excuse me. Because I think the longer I take the medium tyres, they're gonna drop off a cliff. I don't know. Best case scenario, a safety car early on. Worst case, well, I screw everything up from the start. And that's probably what's going to happen. That's probably what's going to happen.
Okay, our system checks are good. We need to stay in formation and start bringing the car up to temperature, please. Get some load into the tyres and work the brakes. We want them nice and warm by the end of the lap.
Let's see.
Radar is clear. Weather is looking good for now.
That was close. And that's something I have to be careful of, because when the pack bunches up like that, it's quite easy just to plough head first straight into them. At least I know that I won't be sitting around on a grid long anyway. Magnussen's going to be tricky getting past. Not too bothered about the Tiffy. Seem to have a lot of wear on the right rear. Yes, mate, I do. Sorry, I can only catch the top line of your. Right, the answer to my question. Thanks, mate. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, I shall definitely look into that. It's having the time beforehand, because obviously I still want to go live at 9. But yeah, I will definitely look into it. Thanks for that. really slow coming out of that last corner then. And I gotta be careful. Like I said, if I lose my front wing, it's race over and staying out of trouble. Could quite easily dive up the inside and
Alright, let's focus now for the rest of the race.
what I'm gonna do is I'm banking on these guys using all their tools, like all their ERS, and then I'm gonna save mine as much as I possibly can and then hit them with it here. I'm definitely going up the inside of, was going to go up the inside of him. Maybe I should wait for DRS, so I would have been close enough to him. Is the first warning.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the mediums.
I thought he would be quite a breeze to get by, but maybe not.
The car behind has boxed for the mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre.
Okay, so I'm kind of in a stalemate situation now. Was lucky not to plough headlong, head first into Latifi. Then the way he moved out, and then because the longer I'm stuck behind Latifi, the worse it's going to get for me. Don't know whether the pit or just risk running straight up the inside of him, but then that's going to obviously jeopardize my front wing, because the longer I'm behind him, the worse it's going to be for me. Because
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
that is what I did not want to happen, and now I sent it up the inside of him, I've lost my front wing, which, okay, so
Right, come in at the end of this lap.
I do the stupid things to myself.
Yellow flag. Be aware, there's an incident in the next part of the track. No overtaking through the yellow flags. Safety car. No overtaking. Reduce.
Nice.
Keep
Okay.
the delta number positive as we form up. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Copy that.
Okay, so
Drop your
this,
speed. Our delta is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
see, it's just not worth it. Like, I went up the inside of Latifi because I was getting frustrated and I broke my front wing. And sometimes, like I said, I'm my own worst enemy. I really am.
Nick is coming in for his stop.
Come on, come on. The problem is now everybody's pitted, so I'm screwed. If I can't get in and out... I'm going to probably come out last anyway, because I needed the front wing changed.
Go. Exit now. We're racing on the exit. Release, release.
Yeah, plumb last.
Up to speed now. Let's get some heat into those tyres.
The good thing is, though, I suppose, if it is a good thing, it's just damage limitation from you know what I mean? Just catch the back of the... Like I said, I screwed myself by hitting Latifi. But I hope my teammate does well. Heavy cloud and all that. It's a second one. One more. At least they know where these penalties are coming from, because I don't understand still to this day where I copped that first penalty or first warning in Monza. Need to catch them all up. The good thing is that even though I broke the front of the car, if I can catch them before that safety car peels away, which I think I'm about to, which I have, it's nice. Negates the time deficit I was in, because I mean Giovinazzi in P18, he was 6 seconds in front of me at one point. It's just getting past them without damaging the car, and that is tricky. Safety car in this lap.
Okay, let's get ready to go racing again. The safety car is in this lap. When the field accelerates, remember, there is no overtaking until the green flags. Safety car in this lap.
Come on, I'm ready. Ready. Let's go, let's go. Oh, look. I got slowed down then. I legit.
Okay, clear.
I think that's what happens to me a lot. I get slowed down.
We're trailing our teammate by 5.1 seconds.
So I get slowed down at the restart. He's too far in front of me at the minute. Not. Cheers, Kevin. Thank you. Round the outside, round the outside. Okay, so that's one. Come here, Nicholas. Traction so poor. Get a good launch out of here now and try and do him maybe in the braking zone without. Yes, quality. Come here, Giovinazzi. You're next. So if I get a P15 or above, should be getting a lot more, but it is Singapore. It is quite a difficult place to get by and overtake, so and the tyres have to last until the end as well. So I think the best opportunity I've got then is getting decent traction out of the last turn and hitting them turn one. The only problem is that's only going to be
Okay, the stewards have now enabled DRS. DRS is now online.
It's a bit far back then. The problem is now he's got DRS in front of me, so is Gasly. Okay, so oh, come on, man.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
Fuck's sake. Brake checking, son of a bitch. It's okay, I think I can live with the wing. That's damage limitation now. Maybe I can't live with the
Gap
wind.
to teammate ahead is 6.7 seconds.
Gobsmacked. I'm absolutely
A new
gobsmacked.
strategy is available on
Shut
the
up,
MFD.
Jeff. There was no you know what I mean? Oh, I know. I'll just brake check right in front of you. And they're saying now I should know what Giovinazzi's like as a driver, so I should have expected it. Should have expected it, son. Keep locking them tyres like that though, and they ain't gonna last.
You're pulling out a second lap on the car behind.
What about the car in front of me? Come on now, Jeff. The car in front of me. It's the one that matters. And yep, he's disappearing.
Check your MFD for a new strategy option.
There is no point in me coming in. I'm saying now there's 5 laps. No, there's no point in me coming in because by the time I
There's 5 laps of fuel remaining.
might as well just suck it up. I know that next time the fuck, man. What I was gonna say was I should just suck it up and know that next time I
Strategy is available on the MFD.
behind Giovinazzi. Hey Blaze, how's it going, mate? I'm gonna have to get your comments afterwards. I just looked across and saw your name, mate.
Copy.
Yep. That's what happens. I was too busy then paying attention to...
Okay, take it easy on the car. We can't sustain this level of damage.
I was too busy paying attention to me... there we go. Insult to injury. Yeah, I was too busy paying attention to my pit window and missed the braking zone.
Exit now.
So yeah. So finishing plumb last at 2 new noses.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
One was my fault, another one wasn't. I did say that this was a throwaway Grand Prix though.
There's 4 laps of fuel remaining.
See how fast I can get, see if I can get fastest lap or something. I mean, Vettel has got it with a... He's got it with...
Okay,
What?
box.
What was that? I really hate using flashbacks, but like... Yeah, mate. It's just... pants, man. It's just really, really rubbish. It's me as a driver, it is. Nah, you didn't jinx it, mate. It's me. But this, I should be a lot better than I am, mate. I should be. I overthink it way too much. I said before I sent it up the inside of Latifi that I shouldn't. I then did. Broke the front wing. I was a bit unlucky maybe with that safety car. Everybody coming in at the same time. If I'd come in and changed it and go back out, maybe I would have managed to catch everybody up, but it's a safety car that all the other cars are going to come in. Giovinazzi then brake checking me. It is what it is. This now my DRS
There
ain't
is a
working.
fault to the DRS. You won't be able to open the rear wing. We're working on a fix. Stay out.
Yeah, I'm not going to need to worry about DRS, Jeff, if I'm honest. No drama. The only reason why I'm continuing into the end and not DNFing is
There's
because
3 laps of fuel remaining.
I'd rather it be a result against the team rather, you know what I mean, than a DNF. Oh well. It's great now. What on earth?
Alright, so we've been looking at the damage, and we think you should be okay to continue. It'll cost us a little bit of time, but we're nearly at the end of the race.
So in other words then, Jeff, you couldn't fix the problem. So can I then take the DRS issue and say, yeah, I failed because of the DRS, and it had nothing to do with my absolutely piss poor driving? Can I say that? What do you guys think? Can I use the fact that they can't fix my DRS as an excuse? Just need to do better, man. Just it's that simple. Sochi's gonna be the one. Sochi, Sochi, Sochi.
Let's use overtake and burn some of this energy.
Yeah, last time I did that, I lost my front wing again. Yeah, I'm hoping, like I said,
Our gap to the car in front is 40.1 seconds.
this one was always going to be a tough one. Like I said, the track, Singapore, enclosed, you know, coming through the pack rather than, you know. But I should have been aware. I should have been aware of Giovinazzi, you know, brake checking, and so that is completely my fault. Should have been.
We've only got 2 laps of fuel left.
Should have been more switched on. And yeah, I feel as if like I see shit. Like, for an example, I know I shouldn't send it up the side of Latifi. I'm going to damage my front wing. And then, guess what I do? I send it up the side of Latifi and damage my front wing. You know. So if I actually paid attention to what I was actually saying and didn't do these stupid things, maybe my race wouldn't go from bad to worse. However, with everything that's gone on, even if I was in a fight, I wouldn't have had no DRS. So I'm not using the DRS as an excuse. My shotgun driving is the reason for the situation that I am currently in. Oh, my DRS has come back. Jeff and the boys fixed it. Nice.
This is your final lap of the race.
Nice one, lads. You fixed it on the final lap of the race. Oh,
We've been awarded a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race.
yes. 8 seconds. So that's second consecutive race as well. Was it this one? Was it Monza?
The gap to the car ahead is 38.3 seconds.
Tell you, Bottas is an absolute beast as AI. An absolute machine. I'm telling you, Bottas is going to win this championship. I don't know, like if it's kind of stats based as the drivers are. But like all the bad stuff kind of happens to Lewis, like DNFs and Bottas. He's just like so well. He just seems to win a lot. Fireworks for me? Why, thank you. It's a shame they don't mean nothing for me. No, I do like it. I do like the dark and the fireworks. But that has been one piss poor race of Singapore.
That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Ferme.
21st. Wasn't 22nd. Oh, nice. My driver of the day as well. Let's hope he finished up higher than... Well, obviously he finished higher than I did, but let's...
They've endured the harsh conditions here in Singapore to pull off a spectacular victory. Tell me, Ant, how did they manage to achieve this win?
It was a question of right place, right time today. We were looking at an entirely different race before the safety car came out, but they were able to take full advantage after the field had been bunched up.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it.
Streaming software I use an Elgato HD 60S Xbox. My cam is a Logitech G920. Logitech. No, that's not my cam. It's a Logitech 9. Is it 920? HD 1080p. Yeah, so the main thing I use is the Elgato HD60S.
So let's review the updated driver standings. Not the result our points leader wanted, but it certainly makes things interesting going forward. After an incredible day of racing, who was your driver of the day, Ant?
Nick de Vries gets my vote today.
Yes!
See how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Ferrari continued to extend the gap at the top of the table. Meanwhile, Renault move up the table with another strong performance this weekend. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.
Lucky number 7. Look at that. That's my teammate's first ever points. First ever points. And he started P17 and he managed to finish P7. So I am well happy with that. Really happy with that. Yeah, 61 laps this afternoon. Not an issue. Not a drama. Not a nothing. 15 laps this evening. And what a shocker. What an absolute shocker. Yeah, Alice, that's what I mean. DRS not working. Yeah, they fixed it on last lap, but I'm not going to need it anyway. It's unbelievable. But Sochi will come soon. And I'm hoping that Sochi is going to be the one where I get my first win. Yeah, what's this, race 15 now? And this is the first points my teammate has scored. And to be fair, if we didn't have that safety car, I don't think he would have got up so high. It's because he got in and out before everybody else. But that's it, guys. That is Singapore. It was a poor race in my defence. And yeah, I just want to thank you all for stopping by and sticking with me and watching it. Sochi. I'm going to go out on a limb right here, right now, and say Sochi is the one where I win. Sochi's up next. Watch this space. But guys, really, honestly, appreciate your support. You're absolutely amazing. Wednesday, same time, same place. Bring on Sochi. You take care, guys, wherever you are in the world. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.